This is our game, fellas. I ain't gonna let us lose. It's time to step up and ball. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on.
Listen to that. He's the one guy that they can always count on, and he knows it. Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And as we take a look here at Brook Lopez, guys, give us some thoughts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the way he sets screens, if you're on defense, you've got to have your head up if you're guarding the ball handler. Because if not, you're going to feel like you just ran into a brick wall.
You know, one other thing you have to appreciate when it comes to him is his skill on the low block. Terrific footwork, nice up and under fakes, and he's got a tremendously soft touch.
A quick trip here for the Bucks, just one game away before heading back to Milwaukee. A great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
They have really hit the ground running this year. It's hard to imagine things coming together for them any better or quicker. They've been dominant in the early season.
Clark, they are not the team you want to be up against right now. Forget mid-season form. These guys are in postseason form. Right from the very first game, in fact.
Now here is Holiday. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Orlando.
And he was so good defensively, anticipating every pass. He had a ton of steals in that game.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Magic.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will, not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Chicago with the ball. 4-point game. Gets the bucket.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, they picked up the win against these guys last time out by forcing a lot of opposing starters to the bench with foul trouble. And the result was a very aggressive offensive mindset on their part.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. He knows that they dropped their first 2 meetings of the season, but coach feels he might have found an area for them to exploit. He said if we can be efficient in how we rotate on defense, we can close up some lanes and keep them from matching their scoring from before. We'll know soon enough if that's the case, guys.
Thanks, Doris. And given the scoring talent on the floor, defensive mindedness definitely a key here, guys. Any thoughts?
Well, I agree, Kevin. Playing sound defense has to be their focus. If they can win the battle at that end of the floor, I think they've got a great chance to win.
Well, I agree, because if they don't do that, Steve, what happens at the other end isn't going to matter. It'll be futile.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday goes in. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Well, let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. 5th is Drew Holiday.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and deliver the offense in addition to running the offense. What a star-studded bunch of players.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that to me makes these guys special, Steve, is that they can do so many things to enable and help their offense. And not all point guards in the league have the unique combination of skills to produce that these guys do. And they've done it on a night-in, night-out basis. And I've marveled at their consistency as well.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 1 of their first 6 shots to fall today. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Lopez. That three off the mark. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
A moment here now to see how the numbers stack up for Drew Holiday. First in steals, and of course passing, such a big part of his game. One of the top 15 leading assist men in the NBA.
And just to mention the steals again, Steve, he's one of those guys who in a zone where it's like he knows what the other guys are doing. His anticipation is excellent. I mean, it's almost psychic.
Passes it to Kukoc. Longley. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. To the inside. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
Holiday with it. He has 6. 0. Guarded by Pippen. Here's Middleton. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Middleton's got 5 points so far. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. You look at Chicago. A lot of season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out Milwaukee. They're just sitting one spot down, right on their heels.
Well, right now for the Bucks, they've continued their outstanding play. I mean, they're definitely one of those teams that everybody has in their sights again this year.
Well, you know, this is a team that doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. I mean, they're strong across the board on that roster. And I think as long as they stay solid and they stay healthy, it wouldn't surprise me if they made a strong push into the playoffs.
In low to Longley, taken away by Holiday. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Comes up empty down low.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. We're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. 0. Knocks down the 3 ball. 7 points in the game.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Number 1 in at point guard. Dennis Rodman is out there with Edwards. Then it's Tony Kukoc, and it's Pippen in at the 2 guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Doubled by Kukoc. Pippen with the steal. Number 1. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
0. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Number 1, guarded by Holiday. Off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist from Rodman. 7 points for Derrick Rose.
It's his first three-pointer of the second half, which actually makes it his first of the game.
0. And that one's good. And the Bucks lead by 7.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Number 1. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
One of the most explosive players in league history, in my mind, is Derrick Rose. So good going to the basket. When he can get some space in the lane and go off 2 feet, it's incredible to watch him finish.
Yeah, and he's really worked on perfecting his little floaters, those runners and half shots we call them, that he likes to get up over the top of outstanding shot blockers, and he started to master those shots, and that's made him even more unguardable.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Derrick Rose in their last time out against the Hawks had a huge game. He had 30 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. It was a matchup that he took over, and he seemed to be able to do whatever he wanted out there. We'll see if he can sustain it, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kelloggian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, but look at him.
Let's just say he was really good. Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense. That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
He kicks to Holiday. Bucks passing it around. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 10.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint. What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
He passes to Lopez. Puts it up from 7. Rebounded by Rose. Bulls trail by 8. They set the pick.
Defensive foul.
And the Bucks making a change here. A minute 42 left in the second quarter. Sally. And here is Allen. He's got 5, so they take the lead. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Yeah, they're going to need some help there defensively. That matchup is going to be a tough one to deal with.
Number 1, and that is good. He's got 15.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Atlanta.
And in that game, as I watched it, they were dominant defensively down on the low block, just controlling the paint.
And you know, once they got a few blocks, the shooters started looking around for those shot blockers, which is no way to be effective offensively.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. In 4th, the Bucks.
Now, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physically.
Milwaukee making a switch here. And Rose drops them both.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
56 seconds left in the first half. Number 54. Soft touch off the glass. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Number 1, blocked, but they'll get another chance. Kerr against Allen. From deep three-point range, can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Number 24. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game. That one is off. And the Bucks making a change here. So he can't get either to fall. And Chicago shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% for the field. Gets it to go.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Here's Holiday. 10 points for him. Inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And here we go with Derrick Rose. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a big bonus for them to end the quarter as he beats the buzzer.
Talk about maximizing.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in Chicago. Thanks.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we see here outside the United Center a statue of the great one, Michael Jordan. Welcome back, everyone, to the Windy City. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
On the court for the Bucks.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And that one's good. 23 points in the game.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Holiday. Holiday off a pitch from Antetokounmpo. Rejected by Longley. Tries again. Buries it despite the hack. Terrific play. We'll have a chance for one more. Dennis Rodman picks one up. The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. The Bucks have gone 0 for 3 in the game at the line, missing all previous chances.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Number one. No good on the triple. Milwaukee's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Holiday's got 12 in the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Out to Kukoc. Number one, guarded by Holiday. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Here's Antetokounmpo, averaging 24 points per contest.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Well, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Backing down is Pippen. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Holiday, offensive rebound. The shot's good from Antetokounmpo. And it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Rodman with a screen on Holiday. Doubled by Antetokounmpo. Pippen dishes to Kukoc. Back to Pippen. And again, Chicago. No good.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
0. Feeds it to Holiday. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The second chance effort. There's the bucket. Good. He's got 13.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Those shots good from Derrick Rose.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. This is the Middleton. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Let's take a look at some of the leaders of the NBA. These point guards have been shooting lights out during the last month. Derrick Rose third. And, of course, Drew Holiday. Bulls trail by 7. Number 1. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
What a game for Rose. 25 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
And Rose drops them both. Bucks leading by 5. Got a piece of it. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Gets it to go. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
That could give him a huge injection of energy club.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Well, he can power those down.
Outside Holiday, and the shot is good. Holiday's got 15. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Number 1. Can't hit from in close. The Bucks have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. The feed now to Holiday. Baseline try. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Seconds. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Bulls trail by 8, down low, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra force for that one, didn't he?
You know, I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
Holiday gets the bucket.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those. Number 1, guarded by Holiday. Pulls up on the wing. No good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Antetokounmpo gets to Middleton. He dishes it to Holiday. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo off the pick from Middleton. Goes up on the right.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with a defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
In low to Longley. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
Puts it up from 12. Jump shot is good that time. He has 6. 1:14 left in the third. Outside Harper. Number 1, guarded by Holiday. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Number 1. And again, no good by Chicago.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Bulls trail by 10. Kicks it to Kerr. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Hood. Back to Lopez. Takes the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rodman's got his 4th rebound in this one. Off his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Milwaukee making a switch here. 23 seconds left in the third. Number 1, guarded by Holiday. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. 0. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. He gets it up. Oh, he put it down! What a shot! At the buzzer!
Pretty shot without a...
Make sure to reserve your copy of the #1 rated NBA 2K14.
And the final period of play just about to start. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Number 1, he's in at point guard. Dennis Rodman is out there, Tony Kukoc. Then it's Longley, and it's Pippen in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. There's the dish to Middleton. There's the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pippen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And he knocks down the first one. And I think Akumbo's checked in for Allen. And Rose drops them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you've got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. He feeds it to Lopez. Pass to Middleton. Lock at 6. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. There's the clear 2-handed slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And it's going to be out of bounds for Bolton. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Phil Jackson as he addressed his basketball team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. 0, guarded by Pippen. Pass to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo for 3. Gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Lopez with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. No good from Antetokounmpo. Bulls trail by 6. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. Rodman. It's blocked. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. That's good. 19 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Back to Kukoc. Outside Pippen. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Longley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's off on the first. No good on the second free throw. Bucks leading by 8. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Holiday with the ball. Here's Middleton. It's blocked. Outside Pippen. On the wing, Kukoc. Fires from deep. Gets it to go.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Here's Lopez. 0. At the lead pass.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Outside Holiday. And that one's good. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Passes it to Longley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
On the wing, Kukoc from downtown. Count that one.
Tony Kukoc.
Milwaukee leading by 6. Now Holiday. Back to Lopez. To the middle. And Drew Holiday. The bucket on the assist from Lopez. 21 points for Drew Holiday.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Holiday left side. He kicks it to Middleton. Back to Holiday. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
9 seconds to the shot.
Here's Lopez.
They've been unable to find the bottom of the net from the outside here in the second half like they did in the first half. And that's a concern. That's a big part of who they are, the three-point shot. He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Feeds it to Rodney. The stupendous finish in traffic. Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
The shot's good from Antetokounmpo.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Gotta play hard, guys.
It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
That's good. And it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing them.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Now here is Holiday. He started close. 0. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Number 1, Lopez covering. Back to Kukoc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
And Holiday, here we go. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot and they look totally dejected.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Number 1. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
0. Guarded by Pippen. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Fade away. Shot misses. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
We got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-1 ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Kukoc for 3. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. The shot is off. A Holiday, and so they foul intentionally. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Shot on the wing. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me,
You had 10 assists tonight. Even though you weren't able to come out with the win, you made your mark with a lot of crisp passing. What needs to change next time out in order for you guys to see a better result?
I was pretty happy with the way we were moving the ball on offense, so it's going to be more about focusing on other areas, like stepping it up on D. I also thought we could have done a better job on the glass. Coach has been pushing us to get the break moving a little more quickly too, so if we can make some improvements in transition, that'll go a long way. We definitely have some things to work on, but I think we're still in a pretty good place overall.